What's up guys? So today I am bringing my boyfriend along. This is Arturo if you guys haven't seen him in other videos. So the other day I was talking about my journey of whenever I was eating healthy, like how I started developing cravings. And so today I wanted to talk about some healthy alternatives that I've been trying out, and Arturo has also tried out some of these, and I kind of want to bring in like his perspective of these foods, because me, I can say like, you know, they're healthy and they taste amazing, but I kind of want to bring his perspective as like the boyfriend and, you know, someone that's coming outside of, I guess outside of healthy living, or I guess my way of healthy living, if that makes sense. Yeah. So the first thing is this Siete grain-free tortilla chips. These are made with cassava flour, coconut oil, coconut flour, ground chia seeds, and sea salt. Have you tried these?
Yeah, I've had them once or twice. They're pretty good.
What did you think about them at first when you had them? Do you remember? Well, yeah, they are a little salty. I feel like it really satisfies my craving for salty, crunchy stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, how did you like it compared to like regular tortilla chips?
I guess I can't really compare them just because for me it just tastes like well, this is like grain. The other, you know, regular tortilla chips, you can taste the actual like tortilla of it, and these are more like, they're more thin and like they have more salt, so there's more of a flavor versus more of a crunch towards the other one.
I agree with that. Like it's thinner than like your typical tortilla chips, but it's still pretty good. For this one, cassava, if you guys never heard of cassava, I haven't actually heard of it until I found Siete Foods. And this, it says back here, cassava is a mineral-rich root vegetable and a staple crop in many parts of the world, including Latin America, Africa, and Asia. It's an interesting twist for chips, because like normally you see like potato chips and just tortilla chips. I found it really interesting when I found it, and I fell in love with it when I started trying it.
It's just a good substitute versus getting Doritos or...
They do have a nacho version of it. We haven't tried that one yet.
Definitely need to.
I heard it was really good, so that might be something we might try. I think it's like a cheesy, it looks like Doritos. I think I saw the chip on
those are like my favorite chips, the Doritos.
We'll try that next. And they also have the lime one. I think we tried the lime one, maybe once.
Yeah, I think you bought it, but you only had it because I still get the other kind of chips instead.
Yeah, because the ones that we normally get for corn tortilla chips is the late July, and I shared it in one of my what I love lately videos too, and I'll probably post it like up here. That one is like organic corn tortilla chips, and they're lime flavored, and they're so good. They're lime and sea salt. I mean, we have that like every week.
Yeah.
So every Friday. So good. And then I also talk about Siete's tortillas on that video too, or I think it was a different video, I'm not sure, but and I'll link it here anyway, and that way you guys can check out those other products too. Now the other thing that I wanted to talk about was this bread. I talked about this in my how I eat healthy diet video, and I am mostly gluten-free just because it makes me break out into a rash and I get like all these issues with it. But when I do have that bread craving, say I want like some sort of toast or peanut butter jelly, like with toast or something like that, I'll actually have this Ezekiel bread. And this one is sprouted wheat. It's low glycemic. It's not like your typical bread where it's like soft and like, it's like whenever you toast it, it still tastes like your regular toast. It's a little bit thinner than other conventional breads. It's also a complete protein, so it's higher quality like sprouted grains versus your typical bread, which has like enriched wheat, which in a sense doesn't even have its full nutrients anyway. So you tried this recently. We actually started buying it again because I started having like that bread craving. I was like, oh, do you want to try this? What was your initial thought on Ezekiel bread when you tried it? You tried the cinnamon raisin, and then this one.
Well, just in general, this bread versus your conventional one, I feel really bloated and sleepy when I eat the regular conventional bread. I just try to stay away from bread in general, just because it's just carbs that I don't want in my diet. But when it comes to this bread, when I eat it, I like the fact that I feel satisfied, but I don't feel bloated or sleepy or any of that stuff that any other, you know, conventional bread would do to me.
So. Yeah. And I agree too, like whenever I do have this bread, I actually don't, now that you pointed out, I don't actually feel tired from it, or at least I'm not actively noticing that I'm exhausted like I would with like regular bread. And I actually haven't broken out, and I've had this bread maybe I would say 4 times in the past month or so. So that's actually pretty good, because usually when I have regular bread, I normally break out within a couple of weeks or so. And actually I've been doing better. We've had pizza the other day, which was actually really good.
Well, we're sporadic when it comes to stuff like that now.
Yeah.
Obviously you have too much of anything, it's bad. Stuff like that, it's just like every other week is fine.
Yeah, and for us, like, we used to have pizza, what was it, like every other week or something? Not even, maybe like once a month or so, I would say. But lately we just haven't been having it as much, and now I don't know if it's like because I built up my immunity with like more probiotics or something like that, or if I had built up a tolerance with gluten, I'm not sure, but I haven't been getting rashes or anything when I have had pizza. Like, you know, I'm pretty good. We had pizza, what was it, like this past weekend? But it's like what he was saying, like whenever I do have it really often, that's when I start feeling the effects more heavily than when I just have it one-off. So another snack that we wanted to talk about, which I mentioned in a different video of the What I Love Lately and the Healthy Snack edition, was these Perfect Bars. First I was like, ooh, it's a little chalky because of the brown rice protein, which I mentioned in the other video too. I've gotten used to the taste of it, and we just have them like every week now. And you had these pretty recently too. What did you think when you first had them?
Definitely chalky, like you mentioned. That's probably the best word you can use to describe them, but they taste really good. I tend to mix them. I tend to eat this after my workout with a protein shake, and it just tastes really good. It's like the pear.
Pairs really well together. I wonder how it would be like if you were to make like a smoothie bowl and then put it on top.
Or just throw it in there with the shake.
That would be interesting. I wonder how that would be like. So this one, the dark chocolate almond, has 12 grams. Yeah, 12 grams of protein. And then these peanut butter dark chocolate, that one has 15 grams. I feel like it's a really great snack post-workout because of the protein and the combination of that with the healthy fats and sweetener from the honey. I kind of like to have it in the I can have it either morning or afternoon. What do you prefer?
When I work all day, I tend to eat this like around noon. It's like another snack to have before my lunch around 2. Or I guess it varies, because this is really good too to eat it before going to the gym too. If you're a little hungry already, you eat this, and then 30 minutes later you go work out, you're fine, you're not bloated. So it's a good pre-workout meal and post-workout as well. So either or you can.
It's really good. Good snack. I got the best ones, or the best option, or the best, what am I trying to say?
Snack for last.
Yes. Save the best snack for last. So you've been trying this Halo Top ice cream. I found out about that sometime last year, I think. And then I told him about it, and I was like, oh, you should try that because it has like protein in it. You know, we're always looking for healthy alternatives. And you tried it at first. You tried that, and then
I was hesitant to try it because it has protein, and most stuff that has protein, especially when it's like a sweet thing, it just tastes like pure protein, which is not good. So that's why I stayed away from it. But then I tried it, and the first one I tried was actually the red velvet, because red velvet's actually my favorite flavor, sweet, whatever, and it's actually really good. And then I had the cinnamon bun one, which is really good, and then cookies and cream is definitely an ice cream I had before. I just haven't had it in this Halo Top one, so I'm really looking forward to trying it.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
Actually looks really good. And this one is not dairy free. This one does have dairy in it. This one is, you know, with your traditional ice cream with added protein. Of course, the kind of protein that they use is just milk protein concentrate. They sweeten it with erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol. So it has a combination of like cane sugar and and a sugar alcohol, so it's less of the sugar and of course the protein to not give you that huge sugar crash. It kind of balances it a little bit. Yeah,
also, I don't feel bloated when I eat that afterwards. When I eat like Ben and Jerry's is like one of my favorite ones. I always feel like bloated and stuff after eating that, but after this one, no. So I think it's a good substitute when it's something like compared to the other ice cream.
Like your traditional ice cream. This
obviously you don't want to eat this every day, but it's
a nice little treat. Yeah. When I've tried it, when he's given me a little bite, it's pretty interesting.
She steals it. She doesn't. I don't.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about it. It's not my favorite, but it's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good for a ice cream that has protein added to it. He's gonna try this one out, the cookies and cream, and we'll let you know how that goes. Yeah. My personal favorite, this is not a moo, it's a dairy-free ice cream. It's made with coconut milk and it's made with agave nectar, so it doesn't have as much sugar as like your traditional ice cream. It does have 9 grams per serving and it has 4 servings on here, so it still has sugar. It's not a sugar-free. It's one of my favorite. Uh-oh, it has a cut in it. No! Anyway. It's ruined. I thought I was looking through the freezer to try to find a perfect one because they were all either dented or like had some sort of mark on it. So I wanted to find a perfect one for you guys. So, and then I found one with a big scratch on it. So this one has like chocolate chips and it has bits and pieces of almonds in it. It satisfies my chocolate and my crunchy craving that I have. Lately I haven't been craving it, probably because it's winter time. I don't normally crave cold foods, but normally in the summer, when I do have that ice cream craving, we usually have more ice cream cravings during the summertime. Yeah, we don't buy ice cream as much anymore. These two options are the ones that we usually pick out. Even though I don't like coconut, this is actually really, really good. It doesn't have a very, very strong coconut taste to it, but I feel like with me not liking coconut and like coconut texture and stuff like that, this is actually really, really good. And there's still Rose's hair all over this thing. God. And now that we have it, we might enjoy it today. Yeah, that's all the snacks that we wanted to share with you guys. Those are the healthy alternatives, or a couple of healthy alternatives that we've been loving. And if you guys have any favorites that you've had for healthy alternatives, let us know in the comments. We would love to try some new things. We always are open to trying new things.
Go try all these stuff.
Yeah. It's definitely worth trying, I think. It's good to discover and be open to trying healthier alternatives. And me, like, I try to give foods 3 tries before I give up on them. Sometimes, like, maybe you've tried certain foods that might affect like the taste of this new food that you would try, if that makes sense. It might affect the taste of it that day, but if you try it a different day, it might be different. I see it that way, but
I haven't thought about it that way. If I know it's healthy, then I'll eat it even if the taste is not necessarily pleasing. Kind of like vegetables, you know. I mean, they don't really taste good when you compare to something else, obviously, but I know it's actually good for you, so sometimes you just have to eat it. But these are snacks, so I guess you can get away with the whole 1, 2, 3 or rule that you have when it comes to snacks. Yeah, and you can learn to like these products too, and it's kind of the same with vegetables too. You just have to find a way that you really like. Maybe it's like seasoning or the way you cook it, and you know, stuff like that. It takes time. Garlic salt really helps with vegetables. Garlic salt is amazing. And I don't even like salt, but that makes it taste really good. I got him into salt. I'm more of like a salty, crunchy, chocolate/sweet kind of girl. Those are my cravings. What are your cravings? I don't know. It's come from like pizza all the way down to ice creams, to just both sides of the spectrum. Yeah. You have your savory, like your typical greasy, pizza guy that likes that, and you know, your cinnamon rolls, all that stuff. Yeah. I just can't eat them, obviously. Well, you can, but you choose not to. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you guys haven't joined us for the HouLoveMe self-care challenge on Instagram, you can follow me at Healthy Fit Introvert, and we are still going strong until February 14th, Valentine's Day. Have you joined us yet? I thought it was just for girls.
I'm just kidding. I mean, anybody can join. Even women, men, whatever. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.